And now, with former tag team member Onyx, Terry Knight and Onyx going at it tooth and nail. And Jeff Bailey wants Terry Knight out of the picture, and he's sending Onyx to do the honors. Oh dear, Terry Knight and Onyx, two competitors with two entirely different kinds of attacks. But then again, two guys who know each other awfully well.
Facebuster there by Onyx. And Onyx likes to rely on a power game when in the ring with smaller guys, but he can fly with the best of them. That's the versatility that Onyx brings to the table. And Terry Knight, just such a technical assassin in the ring, really knows what he's doing, especially in technical wrestling.
Oh, that's true. So it's going to be actually, in many ways, it's a conflict of styles. With all apologies to AJ here. Or the two guys who, again, who know each other quite well. And in the process, things are going to get really interesting. But then again, look at ringside. There is attorney agent Jeff G. Bailey.
Well, Terry Knight, a lot of hard feelings on Jeff G. Bailey. They kicked him out of the NWA Elite and embarrassed him. Oh, beautiful spinning back elbow there by Terry Knight. But they embarrassed Terry Knight so much. And Knight's just out for revenge because, you know, he's got a lot of pride, and that embarrassment's just not going to cut it.
Yeah, no argument here. I mean, Terry Knight has never been popular with the wrestling fans. I still think he's actually a lot popular with them this time around, too. But there's a newfound respect from the fans to Terry Knight for saying no to the NWA Elite, and more importantly, saying no to attorney Jeff G. Bailey. Dan, I got a question to ask you. Do you have a good imagination, a reasonably good imagination?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can join me in imagining the duct tape on Jeff Bailey's mouth.
That would be nice.
Yes, wouldn't it be, though? Without a doubt, the loudest now in NWA Wildside.
There's a sunset flip attempt by Onyx, but Terry Knight caught him there. Now in a pinning combination there with a double-leg grapevine. Onyx now making his way to his feet, arguing with referee James Hamilton, and that's not going to get him anywhere.
Yeah, no argument here, too. Oh, dear, tap that belly-to-belly from Onyx on Terry Knight, a guy who is like a good 3 or 4 inches taller than he. And now I think the weight's probably quite similar in both Terry Knight and Onyx. Now, fist of flying to the ear of Terry Knight.
Well, in all actuality, Onyx weighs 217 pounds. Terry Knight at 234 has a slight weight advantage, but Onyx is so thick and has such a low center of gravity, it really doesn't matter.
Let me point out something, too. And Onyx recently appeared in one of the early matches at our World Wrestling Federation show here in Atlanta. And Steve Austin, no one less than Stone Cold Steve Austin, went up to Onyx and told him, would you please put your shirt on? You're showing up the rest of us. That's a direct quote from that Steve Austin guy who may have a future in this business. To Onyx, all right? Down goes Onyx, and you can't argue with success. They may not quite have had the power that Terry had envisioned, but who cares?
Well, you know, Terry Knight has a devastating finishing maneuver and a fireman's carry into an ace crusher, but he's even talked about a new one he's going to unveil, and I'm interested to see that tonight. Onyx has the blackout, which is a spinning DDT variation. Should be interesting here to see when these two guys are going to compete those moves.
Well, once again, the familiarity level between both these guys is just so high, they know they're going to have to wear each other down. I'm sure I say this ad nauseum, but in fact has to be the way to go about it here this evening, and both Onyx and Terry Knight know that firsthand.
Well, we talk about Terry Knight being the Jeff G. Bailey.
I thought they outlawed the manager's shoe back in 1993. Didn't they do that?
Well, yeah, but
I guess Jeff Bailey didn't get the memo.
The NWA has changed so much, but since then. And Onyx now right to the eyes on Terry Knight.
Maybe we can have Jeff Bailey come out here barefoot.
That would be nice. Ooh, right to the eyes with the feet of Onyx on Terry Knight. Onyx so impressive here. Look at him laying in the fist to the jaws of Terry Knight.
How many jaws does Terry have? Sorry, couldn't resist.
Onyx now into the corner goes Terry Knight face first and a drop kick.
To the lower back of Terry Knight. Down goes Knight on his knees. The game is in Onyx's court.
Did you see his head bounce off that top turnbuckle?
Sure he is, but we've seen like a little damage done to the knee of Terry Knight, courtesy of Onyx as well as Jeff Bailey's shoe.
There into the corner goes Terry Knight. Onyx, a landslide!
A variation thereof. Hope Stone Mountain didn't hear you say that, landslide.
Oh, that's what it was.
You're right.
Onyx is the one in trouble, not me.
Okay.
I'm not stealing his moves.
That's true, but I wouldn't want to be in either your or Onyx's shoes at this rate. Onyx. We're referring to, of course, NWA Wildside champ Stone Mountain. who's not here with us this evening, but I bet he will be soon.
There's an uppercut to the throat there. Terry Knight does a clothesline. High cross body. Well, I was going to say Knight got the better of it, but he didn't, as Knight now in trouble. He hit his head on the mat.
Down goes both competitors here. Actually, they're literally unleashing everything in their arsenal except the famous finishing moves, because you're not going to put a finishing move on either of these competitors this early on in the match, obviously.
Interesting point that I noted earlier. I said Terry Knight is a technical assassin, but on it, oh my goodness! A full Nelson face slam by Terry Knight. This could be all. That may be the move he was talking about.
Oh, so close to a 3 count. Still not enough for that elusive 3.
And Terry Knight now a little disappointed. I think that might have been that new finishing maneuver he was talking about, and he didn't get the 3 count, so he might want to go back to the drawing board.
The drawing board of Terry Knight is still a big, long one. A lot of moves, again, as they would say. Terry Knight says he has forgotten more in pro wrestling than Onyx will ever learn in his lifetime. Tonight, that will be put to the test.
Spine buster by Terry Knight. Like I said, he's such a technical assassin.
Oh, Jeff Bailey in there, putting the boots to the head of Terry Knight, purposely getting Onyx disqualified in the attempt. Oh, down goes Bailey from the feet of Terry Knight. Oh dear, the Kohl brothers in.
Well, the Kohl brothers, the damn Kohl brothers are here, always to do Jeff G. Bailey's bidding, and Terry Knight.
Well, the Kohl brothers do a pretty good job at it, obviously. And tonight, Terry Knight is paying the price, despite the fact, I can't say he had Onyx's number, but he was certainly doing a lot of damage on. What's Bailey got? I don't know if the camera's picking this up. Jeff Bailey is walking into the arena with a container of... What is that? Can you read that?
That's lighter fluid, Steven!
No.
That's lighter fluid!
No, that can't be light. That's even low for Bailey.
No.
Terry Knight! Tonight, you are gonna die! I heard you gave up smoking, but tonight you're about to take it back up, you son of a...
It's apparently lighter fluid. I can't see what it's... Is that really lighter fluid?
It's the Hampton County Police out here!